What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you all here. How are we going? We have been looking at Luna and UST literally all day long today. It's been absolute fireworks in the crypto market. It's been really crazy. It's been really crazy just watching these markets. You know, it's not every day that you get to see a market completely capitulate, right? And two markets at that. You know, we saw complete capitulation in Luna and complete capitulation in UST today against the other stable coins. So it's actually an incredible learning experience. Whether you're engaging in this market or not, you don't always get to see markets do this type of thing. So welcome to the stream, everybody. How do you like it today? We've got the pool here in the background in Phuket, Thailand, in the villa. I think it looks pretty cool, but let me know in the comments. You look like a disc jockey today. Woohoo. You know, I actually said to Sebastian when he was setting up the lights, I look like a DJ today. You know, I look like a DJ on this set. But you know what? We are talking about financial markets, not DJing. We've got some nice music in the background. Hopefully you can still hear me and you can get that music as well. But who else has been watching Luna and UST today in this just complete capitulation? So let's have a look at, you know, the extent of this selling. When you look at a chart like that, that is not good. That's not good at all. That is billions and billions and billions of dollars getting absolutely wiped off. You know, I don't know what exactly the market cap was for Luna before today, but now we're, you know, we're looking at more or less, you know, $30 billion getting cleaned off, cleaned out of this market. So that is hugely significant. That's hugely significant, okay? That's crazy amounts of money, and unfortunately, it leads to more than just financial loss, right? In times like this is when you have serious mental capitulation as well, right? People, unfortunately, talk about suicide, commit suicide, things like that, because of events like this where we see basically 98 to 99% drawdown over just the space of basically a week. Okay, you know, for perspective, we went from $117 in this market, Luna, being in one of the top 5 or top 10 cryptocurrencies in the world, to now being, you know, at 1 point 70 cents. Okay, that is significant. And if you are struggling or anything like that, we're always here. Reach out to us, reach out to the community. If you were in a position with anything to do with this and you're not feeling comfortable, and you know, you want someone to talk to, we've all been there. We've all lost money before. Get into the community, talk to people, DM us directly if you have to, if you need to talk to somebody, okay? But yeah, you're not alone, okay? Anyway. This is absolutely crazy. Hello, everybody. We got CK, we got Antonio, Martin, Steve, Fidelia. How are we doing? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it very much. It's late in Australia. All right, guys, let's talk about these markets. We've just had CPI numbers come out, okay? CPI numbers from the US. If you don't know what CPI means, let me break it down for you. CPI is Consumer Price Index, okay? So Consumer Price Index is basically the number that says how much the cost of goods is going up and down on a month-to-month basis, on a quarter-to-quarter basis, and on a year-to-year basis in the US, all right? We've just had the number of 8.3, I believe it was, on the Consumer Price Index in the US, and that has sent markets into a bit of a spin. We've obviously got BTC moving to the downside here on the daily time frame. You can see this candle right here. This is basically straight out of those CPI numbers. We did have a bit of a shock in the CPI numbers, pushing us to the downside. But you know what? We should be all on the right side of this market, because RTD has been bearish since basically, you know, sometime in April on this market, all right? So, you know, the only reason you'd be long if you were not following the bias. So hopefully no one in the Breakfree Trading community has any sort of like long position or anything like that. Unless it's spot, of course, that's different. But margin long positions shouldn't be on BTC just because we've got the the RTD pushing to the downside. We've got SPX moving to the downside as well. So the S&P 500 moving down here. Everything basically bleeding right now, and the most is going on in Lunar at the moment. Let's take a look at what this has been from all-time highs down to that low, 99.44% on Lunar. That's massive. That's massive. And then UST completely depegging as well. So UST is an algorithmic stablecoin that is supposed to be pegged to the US dollar, but that peg is now broken. Can't even find it. I can't even find it at all. What's up, everyone? Say hello when you join the stream. Great to have you all here. Welcome, welcome. Jump in the stream. What else have we got going on in these markets? What's going on from the Forex side of things? If you've got any trades you're looking at in Forex, let me know. If you've got any trades you're looking at in indices, let me know. Any crypto positions, let me know. We'll take a look, we'll review them, all that kind of good stuff, okay? And remember, this market right here, Luna USD, Luna USDT, this is a very, very, very good example of panic, of just complete panic taking over a market. So you can see these candles right here. This is basically like printed onto a chart, human psychology of complete panic, complete capitulation. And this is the type of thing that, usually we like to take advantage of. Unfortunately, in this particular case, it's been absolutely like so huge that it's caused devastating losses to a lot of people. All right. But this price action right here is just complete panic. And what happens in markets is basically like when people start to sell, like I described last week, right? When people start to sell, everyone just continues to pile in on that side of the market, okay? People start to sell, people hear, what they consider to be bad news. People, see what's going on in the market, see what's going on in the macroeconomic environment, all that type of stuff. And then they continue to drive the price further and further and further and further down as they just rush out of their positions. And then coupled with that, when people are trading on leverage, when people are trading with margin, we have the liquidations of those positions where, someone didn't actually want to sell, but they're forced to sell because their margin called, their stop loss gets taken. If they're even trading with a stop loss, their account just gets completely liquidated and they're left with nothing in that account. These are all of the things that lead to this just absolute cascade to the downside in price. Okay, this cascading right here that you can see to the downside. Like, imagine if this chart was inverted. If that chart was inverted right there, how bullish that would be. But it's the exact same to the downside, how incredibly bearish this market looks with all of these cascades. And, honestly, if you are a long-term holder of Lunar, if you're anything like that, then there's a very, very low probability that this market comes back to where it was before. A very, very, very low probability. I would say there's a 99% chance that that this market does not ever reach all-time highs again. It would be very unlikely. Hello, everybody. Who we got here? We got, I guess that's Jocelyn, maybe? JC? Hello, Jocelyn. Hello, Eric. Coffee lover. How's Thailand? Thailand's great. Can you see it in the background here? The pool changes color, all this kind of good stuff. There's actually a spa just there as well. Thailand's fantastic. And we're doing a lot of really good work here as well. We're getting a lot done. And it's just been a crazy day just watching what's been going on in the crypto markets, in Luna, in UST. Hello, Joshua, how we doing? Bushi, CK, tempted to short US 30 on the 1 hour time frame. Let's take a look, yeah? Let's take a look at US 30 on the 1 hour. Just gonna refresh here. Hey Johnny, how you doing, mate? Johannes, how you doing? Thamund, currently shorting ETH from 2250. All right, let's take a look at that as well. US 30. There we go. And we'll take a look at ETH, BTC obviously bleeding out. We'll take a look at ETH, USDT. All right, everybody. Let's look at, say, the 1 hour time frame here. 2250 shorting ETH from 2250 right there. Okay, cool. Yep. Nice wick rejection off the level. I'd love to see this close for you below the level here. And that would be looking like a really nice trade. US 30 on the 1 hour time frame. Let's take a look at that as well for CK. US 30 on the 1 hour time frame. Where are you tempted to short? Oh, from there, I'm guessing, where this big bearish candle was. That candle right there looks to me like that was the CPI number when the CPI number came out. But remember what we saw last week. Remember what we saw last week on these markets, right? We saw the FOMC meeting. The market rallied really hard out of the FOMC meeting. Remember, I mentioned if we get a big rally in the market out of FOMC, there's a great chance that that's exactly what we need to fill our positions, all right? If you remember all the way back to last week, we mentioned exactly that when we were talking about the FOMC meeting. Perhaps this is the exact opposite. We get the dump and then we get a bounce back up. But from there looks pretty reasonable, but absolutely from here looks like a very, very, very reasonable short CK on US 30 for sure. All right, guys. Was anyone trading in Luna or anyone trading in UST today? Absolute carnage in these markets, just absolute carnage. We got a little bit of a bounce now, like quite a significant bounce, really. You know, if you're a trader, we got a pretty big bounce right here. But overall, this is just bled to death. Like, look at this chart right here, absolute craziness. ETH looks pretty good. ETH looks pretty good on this short right here. It's very, very heavily correlated to US 30. Like, look at these two markets right here, right next to each other. ETH, US 30. Look at this price action right here. We got the dump. We got the dump right here. We got the dump. We now got the rally. If this continues on down on US 30, very good chance that ETH continues down very hard too. So Thamond, if you're shorting that, like, you're really looking at, you know, are the other risk markets going to continue on to the downside? Eric, long UC 1 hour from NSSS. Okay. USD Swiss franc. There we go, USD Swiss franc from NSS on the 1 hour time frame. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Wow. Let's look at the 4 hour here and see what's going on. My lord, look at this, just dump, pump, dump. I'm probably buying here. I just don't like how, like, engulfing this is straight back into this level again. Like, we pushed into it, we punched out of it really hard, which is exactly what we wanted to see. But then we just came straight back down into it again, right? That doesn't excite me a lot. I like this idea here. Is that the one you're talking about? Here on the... Oh, USD CAD. But yeah, anyway, if you're trading USD Swiss franc, that doesn't excite me a lot. It's very... Oh, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing, really. Very, very bearish move out of this. Like, that... I wouldn't be going long here. I would be looking for either there, probably there, I would say, is the level that I'd be trading around, personally. But we'll see what happens, because this is really pushing hard down right now. I've just had my eyes on Luna literally all day. It's been very hard to take my eyes off Luna and UST all day long, because this is just... You don't see this type of thing very often. You don't see this type of thing happening in markets very often. And it is very, very interesting to watch the price action of a market completely capitulating. All right, so we've got long UC. Euro New Zealand dollar just activated on the daily. All right, let's have a look. Euro NZD on the daily time frame. Okay. What's the trade? What is the position? Is it something like this here? Is it that? Is that the position on Euro New Zealand dollar? Dominic? Let me know, Dominic, if that's the position on Euro New Zealand dollar. What else are we in, guys? What else are we trading at the moment this week? Let me know what else we're trading. Hello, everyone. Welcome. As you join the stream, make sure you leave a like for us on the stream. Great to have you all here. Okay. NZD CAD 1 hour end level, your thoughts? NZD CAD. Yeah, let me take a look. Let me know, Dominic, if that is your trade right there on the Euro NZD. Oh, yeah. Let's test this level a few times on the 1 day. Oh, we're looking at 1 hour. Okay. 1 hour time frame. Whoa. What the? What is going on in this market? Look at this. That must have been last week, 5th of May. Yeah, this was last week. Holy moly. Look at this right here, right? Dump out of FOMC, pump, bleed to the downside, and now we're pumping yet again. Oh. My lord. NZD CAD. Yeah, so from this neutral level right here, looks pretty shortable here for me. Probably like 4 hour I'd be looking at. Maybe on that level, I'd be looking at, say, the 4 hour time frame. I'd probably be looking at the 4 hour time frame on that level right there. Euro NZD TP1 1.70898. 1.70898. Oh, interesting. That is the trade then. That right there looks like it's the trade. Yeah, sure. You've got a very generous stop loss, right, Dominic? You've got a very generous stop loss. That's good to have such a generous stop loss like that. And TP1 doesn't seem unreasonable at all. So yeah, I think it's probably fine. You might see a little bit. You might see this market move through just a little bit, just because look at how much it's run to the upside here. Like, just from my gut, I kind of go, it's run up pretty hard. Probably going to see a bit of a pullback before we continue on up from there. And, we might get a pullback even into this zone right here where we've seen previous market structure. But, your stop loss is really quite generous. So that's good, okay? So that's very good. Sanya, hey Sanya, how you doing? Hi everyone, I'm a bit occupied but wanted to say hello. We appreciate it, thank you very much. Pound USD served me well today. Okay, we'll have a look at Pound USD. I think you posted that in the chat, didn't you? Pound USD. Let's look. Pound USD. What time frame did you take it on? I'm not sure, but yeah, I saw that trade. It looked really good. It was like you nailed the level perfectly. Maybe it was 15 minute. Oh yeah, from right there, I think it was something like this from memory. From memory, it was something like that. You absolutely nailed the entry. Really, really nice entry. Well done, Sanya. And you took any nice trades this week, Tom? Yeah, I actually traded. I traded spot, no leverage whatsoever. I traded spot UST yesterday. This was before the big dump in UST. I traded it back up to very close to the peg, and then it dumped again today. But I was already exited the position. I already took all my profit yesterday. So yeah, I made a few $1,000s on that yesterday, which is very good. But yeah. Didn't hold on to UST at all, so I didn't have all of that downside today, thank goodness. But yeah, I made a few thousand yesterday on a UST position, Sanya. Dominic, like, awesome, thank you, Sanya, I appreciate it. Have a fantastic day, thank you for joining. Why do you prefer 4 hour? I guess you're referring to New Zealand dollar CAD? Yeah, let me have a look. Yeah, I mean, it's the same level, right? It's the same level, but this just looks like a pretty reasonable trade on the 4 hour. Gets us up above this previous high level through there. That it just looks like, my stop loss. I can build a thesis really nicely on the 4 hour time frame, and yeah, it gives us a good a good stop loss, reasonable TPs, a good entry, all that kind of good stuff, okay? So that's why I like that position there on the 4-hour time frame. 1 hour works just as well, right? 1 hour works just as well. Okay, so be careful, AUNU might be going into a short-term uptrend. Shen, AUNU going into a short-term uptrend. Let's take a look. AUD, USD. Aussie dollar, US dollar. Oh, I mean, it's rallying out of the... It's so funny, these markets. Look at this, okay? Remember last week, FOMC, we talked about the exact same bloody thing. Exactly the same thing happened. Like, oh, you can't make this stuff up, right? FOMC meeting, market rallies, pushes to the upside, traps buyers in, up here, dumps it back on them, bleeds to the downside, right? And then this week, what did we have? We had CPI numbers. We missed on CPI numbers, so the market immediately dumps. We get the sellers that chase after this big red candlestick. They sell at the bottom here. Market rips back up to the upside, cleans them all out, knocks all their stop losses out. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, go back to last week's stream. It was a very good stream. I think it was a great stream, but I'm a little bit biased. I was on the whiteboard last week and I was drawing, I was talking a lot about this exact type of situation where, you know, people rush into a position, they end up buying the top, it then dumps down on them. We take advantage of that, it pushes to the downside, we then sell out at the bottom around our key levels. Taking advantage of all those people that bought at the wrong place, bought against the trend, blah, 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 all of that kind of stuff, right? It's exactly the same thing. It's over and over and over and over and over again, the markets do this. And when you can see and when you can like act rationally, when the market is acting irrationally, that's when you can take advantage. That's when you can make money. And that's when you can make really a ton of money in these type of trades, right? A ton of money. And it's the same thing that's going on right now in Luna even. You know, Luna absolutely dumped. By the time Luna got under $1, people are now shorting this. People have decided now's the time to start shorting this market. And then now we get the little bit of a rally here, okay? We get a little bit of a rally on Luna. I mean, support is plotted in at $0. I mean, that's kind of funny on X mode, to be honest, but... last week was excellent. Everything said has happened. I just pulled my crystal ball out and they just went, what's going on? What's going to happen next week? What's going to happen? No, I'm joking. I didn't do that at all. I just know the psychology of markets. And you know what? I'm not always going to be right. I'm not always going to call the right things. I'm not always going to say things right. You know, it's just a thesis that I build having been in markets for many, many, many years, right? Like, I bought my first stock when I was 16. I'm now 26. So 10 years I've bbeen operating in financial markets. So, you know, you get kind of this like sense for how things are likely to play out. It just repeats over and over and over again. Okay. That's basically the general gist of what happens. Antonio, BTC is so volatile at the moment. Yeah, for sure. Let me take a look. BTC. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's very volatile. Let's have a look at a lower time frame. That's going to give us a good idea. It's probably doing the exact same thing. Yeah, dump and then pump. Dump and pump. Dump and pump. You know, pump and dump. It's just the same thing over and over again in every market all around the world. It's just finding the best place for you to allocate your capital in situations like this. This type of thing right here is where you can make really, really nice trades. You can make really good trades in events like this when it's just like everyone is losing their mind. You've got to think, like, as a trader, as a professional trader, as a trader that's going to take money, extract money out of the markets, you have to be thinking when everybody is at their absolute most fearful, when everybody is at their absolute most greedy, when everybody is operating with like maximum emotion, that's when you make your money, okay? When maximum emotion is happening. You know, like I said last week, people lose money in markets, and that's how you make money, okay? That's just a lot of a trader. All right. That's just a lot of a trader. So at the end of the day, you know, when the markets are the most emotional, that's when you be thinking like, how can I pounce here? How can I make money? How patient do I need to be in order to make money from all of these people that are very highly emotional? Because, you know, at the end of the day, Warren Buffett says that the market is a vehicle to transfer money from the hands of the impatient to the hands of the patient. And while he said this, don't quote me out of context. Don't quote me out of context. While he said this from an investing context, it's the same as a trading context. The patient, rational person wins. Okay? The patient and rational guy or girl goes and takes money away from the irrational, highly leveraged, highly emotional trader every single time. Antonio, I'm in a little scalp right now from 31 to 50. From this level you're shorting here, mate. You called it a scalp, so I'm guessing it's 15 minute or lower. Nice wick here. You know, looks good. Make sure you bag some profits, all right? Make sure you bag your profits when you can. But yeah, look at dump, pump, and then wick at the X mode level. So nice. I mean, it pushed through a little bit, but a nice wick at the X mode level here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let me know how long you've been with Breakfree Trading. Let me know how long you've been part of the community. Let me know if you're new and this is the first time seeing us. Appreciate you all joining. Say hello in the chat. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you're trading. I want to hear what you've been looking at today. Like I've been saying this whole stream, I have been looking at Luna, and I've been looking at UST. For some reason, I can't pull UST up. UST, I don't know. Has it been delisted from Binance or something like that? I have no idea. Has it been delisted or maybe not? Let's look at crypto. Not sure. Can't seem to find it. Anyway, let me know what you're trading as well, guys. Let me know if I could get UST up, then we could have a look at that. Antonio's scalp here is running on BTC USD. Yep, risk-free already. Fantastic. Good stuff, mate. You're probably out at break-even already then. So, done and dusted. Risk-free trade already made profit on. Well done, Antonio. Profit in the stream. Love it. Thank you very much for coming. All right, guys. Let's take a look what is going on in these markets. I want to have a look at the VIX right now. I'm going to have a look at the VIX. Been over a year. I'm just coming back as of yesterday. I'm now funded 200K. I'm up 34K in 3 weeks. Well done, Dominic. Well done. Everyone give Dominic a clap. Well done, mate. $200,000 of funding, and you're up 34K in 3 weeks. I mean, Dominic, let me know. Is this your first five-figure month? Is this your first five-figure month? I mean, the month's not done yet, but is this the first time you've made 5 figures in? I guess you had a 5-figure week as well. Is that your first time? Let me know in the chat, because that's incredible. Well done, mate. Well done. Goodness gracious. Welcome back. Also, after a year, been back over a year. I'm just coming back as of yesterday. Welcome back again, mate. Welcome back. Yeah, VIX is, like I said, we push it down here. Did we do this? That was last week in the stream. We rallied now to the upside. So, look, VIX is looking a little bit high right now, but VIX can continue high. Love it, Thamond, love it. Well done, Dominic, well done. No, when Greece left the EU, I made 100K that day. Damn. Well done, Dominic. That's a big day. Congrats. 34K in 3 weeks is more than just awesome. That was a while ago, but that's my biggest day. Fantastic. That's an incredible day, Dominic. Well done. Well done, mate. See, you know, you hear like things like that in a live stream. You see that type of stuff, and it's like, that's really inspiring. I'm sure that's inspiring for everybody who's involved in this live stream right now. So well done. Well done, Dominic, for inspiring the whole community. I had to come back. This platform is so amazing, especially the risk factory. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like honestly, it's so hard to trade on any other way that doesn't have, you know, our risk calculations and stuff like that already built in for you. It's so hard to trade. Like you forget, you know, you go and do something else or whatever. You know, maybe put on a trade on Binance or something like this, and you just completely forget how good the navigator is at helping you. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, awesome work, Dominic. Really, really, really happy for you. Well done. Well done. Alrighty, guys. So what else have we got going on here? Let me know. Let me know in the chat what other trades we're taking right now. Yes, it's inspiring. Just screaming at the top of your lungs, Nuno. Appreciate it. Level to short BTC on 15 time frame. Let's have a look at BTC. BTC USDT. Alrighty, guys. About 10 months, but lost about 3 months researching and then started Bitcoin mining. Came back last week. It's great to see you back as well, Donovan. Thank you. It's great to see you back, Donovan, from the UK, I believe. Donovan, you're from the UK. Good to have you back here again, mate. A level to short, you're saying, Chris, on BTC. Look, I mean, for BTC here, I'd probably be looking at, you know, this short basically already played out. It was actually a very nice scalp position that Antonio got into, but it's like, it's one of those trades where it's like you want to take that fresh test. I don't know if I want to see BTC continue up through this level and then still trying to, you know, build a trade around it here, okay? I don't know if I want to do that because right now, as you can obviously see, we're starting to push through the level. The trade was that initial scalp right there where it was in one candlestick, it punched in and then came back out again. All right, now what we want to see is we want to see this market consolidate below here, and then maybe we can look for something to the downside. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. The fresh test has played out though. The fresh test has played out. Now this is basically like a second test essentially of the level. All right. Okay, everybody. But yeah, really like a lot of, there's a short on the daily 37,500 on BTC. Yes, there is. There is a short on the daily time frame. Extension trade on BTC next to me, I think, from Antonio. Yeah, so obviously, like, if we saw a rally up into this level right here, that would look very shortable. That looks very shortable. Like, yeah, if we got a rally up through here, that would look quite shortable. It's interesting that we're targeting 25K here, that the algo is actually targeting 25K. I mean, we've broken 30 now. We've got all the way down to, what, 28,900, something like this. We didn't actually take... Oh, it's actually really close to these previous lows, isn't it? Through there. If that support breaks... If that support breaks... Oh... There's absolutely, we'll be looking at 25K and maybe even down to 20 perhaps. Like we could even flush all the way down to 20 if that level right there breaks. You know, if we come back through and test this again, 25K is absolutely on the cards and then maybe even all the way down to 20. We'll see what happens here. Extension trade for BTC next. Yep. Thank you, Juno. Love this BFT community. That's really good to see. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, guys, let me know what other trades we're looking at the moment in the chat. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what you're taking. Let me know what I should be taking a look at. And we will take a look at it. Alrighty then. What do we got here? Let's jump back to Luna. I've been watching this all day, so I'm very interested to see like what's going on Luna at the moment. I still want to find my UST USDT pair. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's really strange. It's really strange why. Can someone else find UST, USDT? Because this is really where like the most fireworks are coming today. The most fireworks are coming from UST, USDT. There it is. Found it. There we go. Here we go. All right. 50 cents when it should be trading at $1, right? This is just bad on so many levels. Like, out of this, it's very likely that, you know, crypto starts to get regulated a little bit, stuff like that, could move into a bear market. So, you know, it's very important to have a strategy. Like, if you are investing, if you're trading around crypto, it's very, very important to have a strategy around how are you going to continue to manage your cryptocurrency positions, your even SPX. Like SPX is down 20%, something like that now as well. Like, how are you going to manage these positions? How are you going to put it all together to make sure that if you did get wrecked in this market, or in Luna, in UST, in, you know, too much leverage in Bitcoin, too much leverage here, too many altcoins, too many, you know, all this kind of stuff, then it's really important to make sure that that doesn't happen next time. You've learned your lesson now, and it doesn't happen to you again, okay? Because this is an absolute learning experience if you were caught on the wrong side of this here, okay? TRX been acting up. Tron? Is that Tron? Tron is such an old coin. It's been around for so long. And Justin Sun is just like a... He's a very interesting character, Justin Sun, right? Very interesting character. Chris, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, 4 hour almost hit TP1 despite the break-even sentiment in the community. Awesome. Awesome. The volatility worked for you, hey? Yeah, you know, in general, like, we might say break-even, something like this, or, you know, someone might say break-even, but it's just because, oh, Tron is actually... rallying? Tron is rallying here? Why is Tron rallying? That's a nice entry right there, though. That is some clean soda. Well done, Algo. Well done, Algo, calling that. Well done. The rest of the crypto market is bleeding, and then the Algo goes and finds the one cryptocurrency that I know of that's rallying We catch an entry on it, and then basically we take a TP1 within like one candle. That's really nice. That's really nice. But that's like a Darth Maul candlestick right there, right? You know Darth Maul with the lightsaber? Yeah, that's Darth Maul candlestick. What are we looking at? Swiss franc yen, 4 hour time frame, almost at TP1. Let's have a look at Swiss franc yen then. Swiss franc CHF. Swiss franc yen. Throw in your questions, guys. Keep the questions coming. I'll probably sign off in around like 5 minutes or something like that, I think. Probably sign off in around 5 minutes. So thank you for all joining me. We'll get the final questions in. I'll give a little bit more commentary on the markets. Then I'll probably sign off in about 5 minutes or so, okay? Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Make sure you leave a like on the stream as well when you come in. All right. Franc yen, 4 hour time frame for Chris. Yeah, okay. I'm guessing the trade was something like that right there. Yeah, so you can see, like, it's pretty clear, like, why, you know, maybe there was a get out at break even type sentiment here. Probably would have been out at break even. Market moved back above, closed above. Now there's a good opportunity to potentially, if you still like this, if you still want to get in on this trade, now is when you place the orders back again. Like, if you are like really bullish Swiss franc, Japanese yen, if that's the trade you want to be in, of all the potential trades you've got at your disposal, then now's the time to place another order. You might have stayed in it, Chris. I'm not 100% sure, but that now's the time to place another order if you got out of this position. All right. So yeah, why is DXY always stuck on the navigator? Does it work for you? Yeah, let me have a look. Dollar index 103.56. Let's have a look at 1 minute. Let's just keep an eye on it and see what's going on. Euro NZD going up beautifully. Excellent. Euro NZD going up beautifully. We on a 15 minute or something? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, cool. So we've caught all our entries. Now we just want to absolutely tear out of there. This is a similar situation to what we saw last week. I love how fast we dumped out of this level. Like, all right, guys, extension trade. Let's keep an eye on this one. We dumped out really hard out of this here, and we got caught right at this support zone. This is the type of thing we want to see from extension trades. Let's leave this open here and hang on to that. DXY, has this moved? Not really, no. We'll get someone to have a look at that, okay? We'll get someone to have a look at that. That's quite interesting. Not sure what's going on here, but yeah, we'll get someone to have a look at it, okay? Any comment on CAD Singapore dollar? Okay, BTC little rally. BNB USDT taking TP2, Steve. Awesome. Let's have a look at BNB USDT. I'm guessing 15-minute time frame, Steve. Not really sure. Oh yeah, extension trade maybe, or what is it? What time frame, Steve? 4 hour maybe? 1 hour? What time frame? 1 hour? No, I'm not sure. Maybe it was 1 hour time frame from that level right there. But either way, beautiful X mode level being respected. Euro NZD coming out of the support right now. Great. Let's just have a look at this. So what are we looking for? We're obviously looking for TP1 right there. And then we've made money. Okay. I got stopped out earlier today thinking it hit the day's resistance and gonna drop again. Your thoughts? New trade joined from yesterday, JC. Oh, JC is not Jocelyn. All right, JC, how you doing? XAU USD. XAU USD, let's take a look. Completed trade. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Steve. 15-minute. Fantastic. I guess it was from that level that I mentioned before. So what were you, a long? Short. What time frame were you on XAU USD, JC? What time frame was it? Because this has been quite shortable, right? This has been very shortable. I'm not sure if you were like a really low time frame or something like that, but that's the level you want to be shorting for sure. We just missed entry 1 right here. Just missed it. That's one of those ones where you just go, you know what? I would have been on the right side. I had everything right, but I just missed the entry, you know, and you just go, oh, well, bad luck. I read / listened to somewhere that before entering a trade, I should check higher time frames and wait for the entry X mode level changing to N. I thought if it was R for shorts or S for longs was the ideal scenario, but don't understand why I need to wait to become N on higher time frames. Maybe I misunderstood what I heard. Can you please explain, mate? Okay, so I think your question is something to do with like a neutral level or like shorting into support or something like that while the level is still support. So in general, what you want to do is like you want to wait once the support is broken and it becomes a neutral level. That's when it's generally shortable. Okay, so I think that's what's being talked about here, right? Once the support gets broken, then you wait for it to become neutral and then you take the short position from there. That's kind of what I am hearing here, Nuno. And someone's just saying like one of their checks is to check the higher time frame and make sure that the higher time frame is confirming that that's now a neutral level and the support is gone, all of the buyers are gone, and it's ready to be sold. Vice versa for resistance as well. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. So thank you so much for joining the stream, everybody. I really appreciate it. I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to get back to keeping an eye on these markets, UST, Luna. Just really interesting just seeing these markets, you know, capitulate. Very, very, very interesting viewing. So thank you all for joining. Hopefully you stayed safe in these volatile times. It looks like the algo is absolutely nailing these positions here. Like we're seeing some really nice trades come out of this. We closed below this support level here. So I'd stick in this right now. And I'm just looking for the TP1 on there. You know, as long as we stay above support, we're all sweet. If you're in Euro, New Zealand dollar, you're sweet. Yeah. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Happy trading. I'll talk to you all soon. Okay. Thank you.